40 participants from government, local businesses, and community groups received training for BVI sustainability capacity building. The group learned about sustainability awareness, baseline analysis, sustainability vision development, sustainability principles, and action planning during the 3-day workshop at the H. Lafferty Stout Community College, facilitated by John Perkins and Karen Miller from the Natural Step Canada.
The purpose of our workshop and what we hope to accomplish is beginning to build a new or a common language for sustainability for the participants in this workshop. And we're going to be using that language, which is in use by hundreds and hundreds of corporations and communities around the world, thousands actually, to shape a new vision for the British Virgin Islands. So it's the beginning of a process with about 40 participants from various sectors. And we're going to be using that vision at the end of the workshop, following up. There's a number of webinars and activities by participants to help inform future policy documents for the Department of Conservation.
The dialogue about the opportunities and challenges in building a sustainable future and strategies on accelerating the shift towards sustainable solutions will be developed for schools, churches, government institutions, and the tourism and business sectors. The 40 participants who began training since June through a number of webinars will help to develop sustainability policies for the Virgin Islands.
So we will be deciding as a group how to get this thinking or this understanding of what we're doing as a species and what we can do better here. How do we get this into schools, churches, communities? There's 7 sectors that we're looking at across the BVI, including government. So this group will be brainstorming those, and those will be taken by Conservation and Fisheries for policy considerations as well as implementation strategies.
Participants were asked to identify the next steps for the sustainability journey of the Virgin Islands and to help create greater awareness in the territory on the importance of being sustainable.
The BVI is a small place, but we have a lot of the world's problems mirrored here on a smaller scale. So a couple of the ones that really stand out to me, first of all, food security, which I know is dear to your heart as well. Food security, because it's a situation where, as you know, a lot of our food products are imported. So there's ever a situation where tropical shipping and Crowley shipping, a lot of these imported goods couldn't show up on in 1 week. You're going to see a serious problem here because we can't support ourselves for our food security. Other things, one that's dear to my heart is the introduction of synthetic materials such as plastic, like plastic bags, to the environment.
I've been here long enough to see the degradation of reefs, of land masses, and many things that people don't realize how this will eventually come to a point where it's unsustainable for people to live here, certainly in the kind of wonderful way that they have in the past. With waste management, which has to do with the incineration of our waste and the landfill, how these toxins either go into the air, into the earth, or wash into the water. So I think we have to get a control on that. We can do that partly by limiting what types of products we use that end up in the landfill and incinerators.
I have recently found that sustainability, is actually the pathway of the BVI, so I am here to see it come back. We have a serious habit now that we've recently accommodated within these past couple of years, which is throwing everything into the garbage. We haven't learned how to reuse them. We've also practiced to import everything instead versus making them. And basically, I think that's it. We have become too dependent upon other things.
According to Brundtland definition of sustainability, meeting today's needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs, Charlotte McDivitt gave a vision for the BVI sustainable future.
We'll be using clean renewable energy, we'll be running off solar and we'll be running off wind. We will have no waste. We will have a zero waste policy and we will manage our waste streams really well. We will also have clean water. Our coral reefs will be regenerated and we will look after what we have. We'll also do more of our own food.
This project has been many years in the making and is based on partnerships between Green VI, Conservation and Fisheries Department, and the H. Lafferty Stout Community College. The Conservation and Fisheries Department will use the strategies coming out of the workshop to recommend policies to government for implementation.